The Prime Minister has welcomed the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz on his first official visit to the UK. They've signed a bilateral treaty which promises to smash smuggling gangs, expand defence exports and create closer industrial ties between the UK and Germany. The Prime Minister has said the treaty is the first of its kind and will strengthen the existing partnership. The agreement is part of Starmer's wider effort to rebuild Britain's influence in Europe.
It's a privilege to have you here today, particularly to sign this Kensington Treaty, which is a very special treaty because it's the first of its kind ever, if you can believe it, between our two countries. Yeah. And I see it very much as evidence of the closeness of our relationship as it stands today, the strength of our values, the strength of our joint approach, but also very much as a statement of intent, a statement of our ambition to work ever more closely together, the closest of allies, and whether that's on defence, security, trade, the economy, energy, covers so much in this treaty. And so this is a really historic signing of a historic agreement.
And let's bring in our political correspondent, Liz Bates, for more on this. Two politicians from opposing sides of the political spectrum, but they do have a lot of common aims, don't they?
They certainly do, and that's what we're seeing play out today in the signing of this treaty, the Kensington Treaty. They really are making the most of this moment, the biggest treaty between the UK and Germany since 1945. Unsurprising, given the global context that defence and security cooperation is at the heart of this, and there's a bilateral meeting currently going on, and they will be discussing more of the detail of that. An agreement today on the development of new long-range missile system and a mutual assistance pledge as well. And of course, all of this is in the light of the latest from President Trump on Ukraine and the US's commitment to provide more weapons to Ukraine. So they will be, again, discussing the detail of that and how that will work in terms of delivery in practice. And, of course, central to what is going on today, the Europe-wide effort to stamp out illegal migration, and in particular from Labour's perspective, trying to smash the gangs. So a renewed commitment today from the German Chancellor to ramp up prosecution in his country against the people smugglers as part of, as I say, this EU wider effort. And this is all part of a resetting of the relationship between the UK and European countries under this government, under a Labour government that came in the wake of everything that went on, many severed ties and difficult relationships post-Brexit. And I think this government has seen its responsibility on the international stage to start putting those relationships back together and start to cooperate in lots of different areas, particularly on immigration and defence and security, and of course especially in the light of what we have heard over many months now from the US President, in particular some stepping back from some of those NATO commitments and putting pressure on European countries to ramp up their own defence spending. So I think you're seeing all of that play out today. And of course, for the Prime Minister, he's got a few issues, should I say, with his party on the domestic front, the suspension of 4 Labour MPs for ill discipline. So he will welcome this moment to be a statesman and to welcome an international partner and to make the most of that. So as I say, bilateral meetings still going on. We'll get a readout of all the details of that, and we will bring you that as we get it this afternoon.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of those meetings. For the moment, Liz, thank you.